What's up, everybody? Yeah, as y'all have seen the news and everything, the communist Madadi, Russian communist Madadi, won New York election. Speech as communist agent gets exposed and everything. This is the same dude was talking about getting rid of the fire department, getting rid of police stations, bringing about prostitution. Basic comedy stuff like comedy Russia, comedy Japan, China, Cuba. This dude don't give two shits about America. But y'all dumbasses in New York voted for him because he said free healthcare, free food, get rid of all the cops, make it free transportation. Now y'all seen the outcome of your dumbass mistakes. And now y'all flee instead of standing there and taking the consequences for your own stupid actions in New York and everything. And everything like that. And then he told people to vote and send him money, but he said don't send that money. Now he's asking for money. Trump telling y'all people in New York, don't vote for him, don't vote for him. But y'all dumbasses voted for him because y'all don't have no common sense. Democrats know people in New York City don't have no common sense. Look at all the two other people they vote, everybody voted for in the Democrat Party for president, and look how our country came out to be. New York City's gonna fall because this dumbass don't know what he's doing. He's gonna dismantle the police, dismantle the fire departments. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be ruin. It's gonna be prostitutes on the side of the streets. That's what he's planning on bringing back. So yeah, let's get into the video because this speech has been, the community's agenda of speech has been exposed just now. So let's get into the video, shall we?
Republicans, don't try to blame Israel. Don't try to blame infighting. Y'all didn't put up a candidate.
I'm voting for Zohar.
What was it about him that got you to be like, okay, I'll vote for him?
You know, I think we need to try something new. He's young and fresh.
Can I ask you which one of his policies you agree with the most or that you like?
Let me think. I mean, the free buses.
Y'all, we screwed though. This is not a one-off. Like, this is most people. Like, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you like the new channel that we just created, The Officer Tatum Show. So just put in The Officer Tatum Show. Go on and like that channel. Subscribe to that channel. Support that channel as well. Like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Let's get into this. Let's keep it real for a second. Because I feel like everybody is blaming everybody for everything that happened the other night. Republicans are not putting up good candidates. Can we just keep it 100? Now, I know people are saying, well, Republicans are spending all their time talking about Israel. That is true. We've been arguing about this stupid stuff that probably means nothing to our elections. However, I still don't think that that is the reason why Republicans lost in such a way last night. Let's go to New York. Mamdani. Who ran against Mamdani? Who ran against Mamdani? Cuomo? Cuomo was the governor. He gets ousted. What he did during COVID, all the crazy stuff he said, he was under investigation of sexual misconduct with women. He literally had to step down. And y'all think he was going to be a good candidate to be the mayor of New York. And then the Republican, no offense to you, bruh, I ain't never heard of your day in my life. Had no swag, no nothing. I heard that man talk one time and I said, what the are you doing? Bro, you can't, what are y'all thinking? You got to have some charisma if you're going to be the mayor. And then they let a communist get in there and sweet talk them to death. And now y'all got somebody in there. Now let me just say this. I can't say I love New York. I've been to New York a few times and I like the restaurants and it's a beautiful city to be quite honest. But I don't vibe with New York. I hate the accent. Y'all don't forget, get mad at me later. I'm not really a big fan of New York, but what I will say is that I hope that he does something right by New York. I don't think he will. Communist doesn't work. People are not going to invest in New York. I will never do business in New York, not one second. of doing business in New York. Would never do. Get you one of these shirts if you want. I want people to fight back against Mamdani in New York. I don't know what y'all were thinking, but we got to get into this. Let's get to some of the clips that we have of Mamdani when he first got elected, and this was his speech, and he challenged Donald Trump. And I hope that everybody who's Trump supporters, everybody who's conservatives, I want you to watch this, and if shame comes your way, accept it. Because we should have never let somebody like this run New York. We did not put up a single candidate that made sense. But roll the clip.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
I cannot wait for y'all to lose y'all's jobs and everything. I cannot wait. Not the conservative people, but these communists. Like I want everybody that work for me to understand this. They probably do. They'll hear this clip. I hope they cut it and put it in we're gonna put it in the briefing room downstairs. If you dare think you're gonna leverage me on some woke stuff, I will fire you. I will fire you. And don't let the door break on your back as you go out the door. If you somehow think you stupid enough to come into my business and say, I demand a wage that you do not qualify for. There's a such thing called entry level, and then as you go up in the ladder, you can make more money. But you're not finna do a shirt like this and think you're gonna get paid the same amount as the person running my YouTube channel. You're not finna come in here and sweep some floors here and there and think you're gonna make the same amount as the person who's running the entire distribution center. Don't be stupid. I started out making, I don't know, $7 an hour. I don't even know if I made $7 an hour. I think it was $6, $7 an hour working at Verizon Wireless premium retailer. It wasn't even a real Verizon Wireless store. Never made our bonus. We were living in a place with old people and they were trying to get us to sell them iPhones. And I refused to sell a person an iPhone that can't even read the iPhone. They sold one lady a whole digital landline. I wish that lady Hassan took all that stuff out of there. That lady was 80, 90 years old. She didn't know I don't know how to work this. And I said, man, give me all this stuff. I'm gonna get your money back. These people gonna go to hell for trying to sell you some crazy stuff like that with all that technology. And the lady is 90 years old. Regardless of that, I know what it's like to grind from the bottom. I know what it's like to start out somewhere. And if you work hard, you'll get your pay up. But you fools think you finna bully a multi-billion-dollar corporation into doing what? They will fire you and hire somebody that's willing to work. They don't care. Billionaires will never pay taxes like you claim you want them to. They won't change the tax code. Listen, you stuck in New York. Billionaires are not stuck. They would just move. Elon Musk, one of the biggest companies probably in the world, they moved from California to Austin. Do you not realize? Daily Wire moved from California to Tennessee. Joe Rogan moved his entire headquarters from California. I got a friend, he's not my friend, but he's a friend of a friend billionaire. He moved his distribution center from California to Arizona. I'm talking 200,000 square feet of distribution. He moved it right to Arizona. These billionaires don't give a F. They just move their whole company. They got the money. They got the liquidity as a corporation. And they're gonna, if they sell this building here to somebody else that's dumb enough to stay in New York, they go buy some in Texas that's 10 times the size. Okay, all right, I'm just saying. Let's get some more clips because I gotta run quick on the show. Let's see. We got the immigrant quote. Let's go to Fox News 203.
You have said that you would arrest Netanyahu if he came to the United States. You've been very outspoken in your criticism of him. Do you stand by that? You would arrest him if he came here, if you were mayor?
I've said that this is a city that believes in international law, and this is a city that wants to uplift and uphold those beliefs. The Prime
The United
Minister...
States doesn't stand by the International Criminal Court.
It hasn't signed the treaty for the International Criminal Court. The International Criminal Court, however, has issued a warrant for the arrest of Benjamin Netanyahu.
Well, what grounds in the United States could you arrest him on?
As it has for Vladimir Putin. I've said that I believe that we should uphold arrest warrants by the International Criminal Court, and that we should do so only in abiding with all of the laws in front of us. I'm not going to make a new law to ensure that we can actually...
Do you think that Commissioner
Y'all so stupid. I realize that human beings are stupid. We were doomed. I hope I die before the country just go completely to trash. But it's going there because people are completely stupid. Can you how you not see through this guy? Just the fact that, I mean, even if you wanted Netanyahu to go to prison, that's fine. That's your you can say whatever you want to say. The fact that this fool can't do it and telling you he can do it is crazy to me. They won't even abide by immigration laws. And they're going to go with international. Who's going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu in New York? Who has the jurisdiction to arrest him? The city? How can, where's he going to go? Where's he going to be detained at? The jail? We're talking the international court. You're going to detain a dignitary, a prime minister, in a city jail. They don't have jurisdiction. When you go to the judge after you've taken this guy in and you take him up to the booking area, what charges do you have on him? You can't book him with no charges. Come on, next clip. Let's go, Mr. Code Switcher, 204. Let's roll it.
I actually created a playlist for Mira, who also happens to be my mother. Nepotism and hard work goes a long way.
And in an interview with the Turkish-American podcast, Mamdani sounded different
I'll
again.
be honest with you, Brother Mansoum, is that at this point, not many people are thinking about it.
And here is Doron during his rapper days.
You know, it would have been here earlier, but a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour. As in, you can't
Celebrity things.
you can't just stop it.
Y'all voted for this. Y'all stupider than the mud, man. Y'all voted for this. Y'all see how he talking when he over here and then over here he talk a different way? Like what? It's an accident? Okay. We got more clips. Let's go to 205. Roll it.
Who are you voting for mayor?
I am voting Mamdani
And why?
because he's the most obvious choice.
What makes him an obvious choice for you?
It's just like, I'm trying to think. This reminds me of a certain comedy sketch where the comedian was like, we could either vote in one guy and he's gonna give everybody free houses, free rent, and he's gonna give everybody a Lamborghini, or we could vote in somebody who's gonna burn down the city. That's why I'm voting Mamdani, because I'm voting for the guy who could give me the Lamborghini.
Yeah, so you think Mandami's like just gonna give you guys everything?
Not everything. I'm saying it's the most obvious choice.
What do you think is gonna happen with government-run grocery stores and free buses? Do you think that sounds like a good idea?
That does sound like a good idea.
And freezing the rent?
That does sound like a good idea.
What if they have to freeze the rent to the point where eventually the landlord's not able to come in and fix the washer and make profit on his own lease?
That's their problem.
Yeah, dang, boy. Y'all know that these people come out of college and they think like this. They don't understand capitalism. They don't understand free market. They don't understand what they call it, gross income versus net income. People got to turn a profit. And if they don't turn a profit, then they can't maintain what they have. People have debt on these properties. If they cannot pay their mortgage on a property, they're going to foreclose and they're going to shut the entire apartment complex down. And you're going to be without a house. And they still have their house. They're just going to quit the business side of it. They're going to sell off their properties. Okay. I can't wait for you guys to experience this. I cannot wait. 2 more clips. Let's make them quick with Mamdani. 206, 207. Anti-police rally from his, I don't know if she used to be a part of his press secretary, not press secretary, but she used to be a part of his admin or something like that. And this is what she's saying. And this is what they believe. Roll the clip.
Over 2,500 police officers resigned this year, a record number.
That's all you need to hear. Let's go to the next one. 207. Roll the clip.
I'm voting for Zoe.
What was it about him that got you to be like, okay, I'll vote for him?
You know, I think we need to try something new. He's young and fresh.
Can I ask you which one of his policies you agree with the most or that you like?
Let me think. I mean, the free buses, I think that's great. I also like that.
But you're not just because you're giving people free buses.
No.
Okay.
No. You're putting me on the spot. But yeah, I mean, he said he looks up to the mayor of Boston, and I think she does a great job.
Oh, wow. But policies, just anything that comes to mind, or?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about him and a part of the Democratic Socialists of America? Do you think that that's a hindrance to free Americans?
See, this is what I wasn't looking for. I have a big meeting coming up.
Yeah.
Fabian, how come when you ask people why are they voting for somebody, and they're like, wow, you put me on the spotlight. You're on the way to vote for the person, and you don't know why you're voting for him?
It's very easy to brainwash people, especially now in the social media age. So this is the same thing that happened when we talked to Kamala voters. The exact same thing. No one could ever say a policy. She said free buses, and that's it.
Seen enough. Y'all, we screwed though. This is not a one-off. Like, this is most people. Even conservatives. I don't think it's most conservative, but a lot of conservatives, you brought them out there. Why you vote for Trump? You're like, maybe you should just do a little research. We got the internet. We got the internet. Just do ChatGPT or something. Ask ChatGPT, why should I vote for here are my values. Who should I vote for and why? And then it will give you something to say. Something. I wish I was evil sometimes. I would make so much money off you ignorant folk. I would just make so much money. I'd be flying private. I'd have 4 or 5 cars. I mean, G-Wagons, and which one I like? I like that what is that? Rolls-Royce Cullinan. I've never driven a Lamborghini. I want to try that one. The Ferrari 888. Okay, I've driven that one before. I cannot confirm it or deny if I have one, but I want the other ones, and I have all of it. Cause y'all silly. All I have to do is push conspiracies. Should we change? Y'all listen, Nick. Get your priest on the phone. Tell him I'm gonna swing through later, maybe next month, maybe quarterly. I'm gonna swing through quarterly, so he can. Oh, you don't want to be on camera? Nah, just mess with you. I'm gonna swing through. Listen, tell priest so and so. I'm gonna swing through quarterly, for him to forgive me every quarter while I just completely turn into a different person. That's all I gotta do.